Save the pig! What the heck? A pig with a party hat. Hello, Mr. Piggy. Ziggy Piggy. Save the pig, the game. The whole game you're trying to save the pig's life. Help! I want to say that up front.
What interesting, what a coincidence. What are the odds? It's the coincidence of this timing, just, you know, I'm sure it's all just circumstantial, right?
Oh, of course.
The casino has turned on Phil, and now Phil's probably looking for allies, right? And he's looking for buddies to team up with against the casino, right? That's what everyone's saying. What do you think about that?
Well, I hope to God that you knew from the beginning that was going to happen. I don't think you did, though, because you were essentially in there. You did simp for them for a while, Phil.
Mm-hmm.
One thing I found funny is that things that I have just said for years, you make it like I'm going to stalk you and dry hump your front door in the middle of the night. But when PPP said those things at the time, now you're different because the fallout and, you know, he was calling your wife fat. But back then, it was with them, it was just razzing. What's the difference between when I said something and when PPP said something, which would be just as bad, if sometimes not worse? Why was there a difference with that?
Well, there's two things. Number one, if you have some kind of an arrangement with someone, if you're working business-wise with someone, okay, and you know that there's a mutual benefit to being associated and making content, then you give a few inches, right? You'll give a little bit of leeway. You'll let them get a little bit of a rise.
It's gross. It's for this. It's not because they love what they're doing. It's not because for the love of the game or because they're true gamers. It's for this. And this is what it's become. It's not about putting out a quality review. It's not about putting out a quality playthrough or quality stream. It's about making this.
That was at the 11th hour, though, Phil. I mean, there was actually a video of where, like, you tiptoed into confronting him about what he said about your wife, and you gave him a pass. Also, too, there's a video that Mighty D has where you were, and this happened multiple times, it wasn't just in his video, where you would be in their kick chat in like the wee hours of the morning, text messaging them or messaging them in their chat like a teenage girl. You were gifting subs, you would go back and forth. You always say that your time, like, that was, what were you doing then? You say your time is valuable, you say you're very busy, but then you were sitting there in their chat essentially just simping, actually, which is funny. We'll talk more about simping later, but that was very strange to me.
My dick is annoying. Being a dude with balls and a dick can be annoying. I don't want this. What is this bullshit?
Andy and Ashton's briefcase. Because, ladies and gentlemen, today on this podcast, this is not the Level 1 podcast featuring RTU. At all. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the Level 666 podcast, straight out of fucking hell, because today, live on the show, it is time to explain to you how over the last 8 months and the last couple of years, all of my planning has finally come to fruition. I robbed Kino Casino. Everything that you have seen happen, I swear to God, has been part of my plan all along. Because all of you think I'm so fucking stupid. You all thought that this was he got fooled, had the wool pulled over his eyes. I 100% had this planned since day one.
Phil,
and I am going... you don't believe me?
No, I don't believe you. I've been watching you now for over a decade. You were full in on this hook line, and so you called Andy your gaming soulmate.
Okay. Rich, I got the receipts.
I like how you're laughing, too.
Well, it's funny.
All they do is they look at other people's misery, they report on it, they make fun of it, they laugh at it, and then they make a bunch of money. So a day when it's a bad day for someone else is a good day for them. But in reality, if it weren't for other people, they wouldn't be able to ever have any popularity. It's the only reason they get anything.
So what you're saying, this whole entire thing for your casino arc was 4D chess that you were playing them to the point that you would hurt your own reputation and career?
Rich, not only that, I cased probably 6 or 7 different individuals who I thought I could maybe get in their good graces, figure out how to get in on it, and see what would happen. And
Sorry.
after looking at all of these different people, all right, someone in my chat one day had said, did you hear about Kino Casino? Did you hear that they're also making fun of Review Tech? Just like you are, or just like he's making fun of you and back and forth. And did you hear that they're constantly making fun of him in their content? Okay? And I said, no, I don't know anything about these guys. I didn't. But I went over there and I actually watched their content once. And I knew from the first moment that I started watching their show, this was going to be the one that was going to work if I was going to try to make this happen.
It's delusion. It's actual egotistical delusion.
These guys are not squeaky clean. These guys have burned every bridge. They don't have friends. They can't have friends.
Yet you were still absolutely dying to work with them, though.
Oh, not dying to work with them. They were a means for me to finally get out of the position that I was in, being the whipping boy of the internet. And that was the intention from day one. Everything that I laid out, every conversation I had with them, every late night bullshit session I had with them when I should have been asleep, every time I was on their streams kissing their butt, throwing them super memberships or whatever, was all part of this. And they think they have something on me, and they bought it. I said, oh, my rabbit is sick, so I can't do the show today. My mom is sick, so I have to fly. I keep saying sick, like every excuse was someone's sick. Yet they bought it every time. Every fucking time.
Or you were just nervous to go do it, so you canceled on it.
But the point I'm making here is I basically manipulated them as much as I could to make them do what I wanted.
I think the pignosis works.
I got what I wanted. And then when I knew they were going to eventually turn on me, because we all knew that from the get-go, right? We knew they were going to turn.
That's kind of just gross, too, Phil. You would say that your family members were sick to get out of doing things with them?
Oh,
to get a one-up on them?
No. It's not to get out of doing things with them. It's to basically have a way to make them believe that everything I'm saying is true.
I think the only person believing this in this stream right now is you. I don't...
Rich?
I mean, how do you do... So you're trying to tell me to believe that for the past 8 months, when you were sitting there gifting them subs, simping for them, like hours upon hours on end, trying to get them to pay attention to you, like they were Beavis and Butthead and you were Stewart, that this was all some big plan to get vengeance on people that if you never affiliated with, you would be in a better position than you are now. You went, Phil, it's just a fact. You saw that there was an opportunity there. They feigned friendship with you. You called Andy Worski your gaming soulmate. You were so into all this to the point that you let them shame you. And now in the end, after all is said and done, you come out on the other end looking worse, and you're trying to tell me that this is 4D chess? Come on, Phil.
That was good.
Rich, I could never possibly come out at the end of anything looking worse. You understand that, right? Like, I have been the joke of the internet for over a decade. No one listens to me. Even when I have valid things to say, they do that stupid meme that's like, oh, the guy that you hate the most or the worst guy you know finally made a good comment, right? So there's nothing to lose. There was only anything to gain. My viewers don't give two shits about the drama.
They do.
At all.
They do.
They don't want the drama. And that's why when it started to get to the point where these guys wanted me to completely change who I was, all of my content, into drama content, that's when I basically broke it off, and they completely lost their minds because they're so angry that I was the one in charge of the situation all along and not them. All right? Just the host of Kino Casino. I'm trying to find a way to talk to the guys, but I can't find anything official, okay? And so we had a conversation back and forth. Of course, the first thing we're talking about is you, Rich. Of us
so you're the Batman. You're the Batman of drama merchants, going selflessly to take them down.
You can call it whatever you want. You know, you really can. But the point here is, I was the one who initiated the contact. I was the one who actually suggested the react to your documentary.
As you can see, I'm such a very weakened individual, such a pathetic soul.
Like, what I think you're doing now, as a matter of fact, I guarantee what you're doing now is because you know that this is disastrous for you, that you're trying to be like, aha, all along, it was my master plan. It was not your master plan, Phil. Okay. It wasn't. And look, that's fine, but I'm just not going to believe it. I don't think anybody with like a upper double-digit IQ will believe it.
So we have 2 files here, and I'm just seeing if I can actually show you. So this is the file of me talking with Andy in DMs. Okay, this is all of them, back to back, 182 kilobytes. The one of me talking with PPP 1,031 kilobytes. Why?
When did you make these, Phil? Right click on them, go to properties. When is the
sure.
origin date of these?
Where's properties on here? There you go.
You right click on whatever file you're clicking on.
Just made them a couple days ago. Here it is. I got them off of my X archives, and I used a third-party app to turn them into PDF files so that we could actually see them today, because or else you have to be in a web browser to see them. So the point I'm making why I brought that up is I almost never talk to Andy at all.
I talk to PPP about 40,000 times more than I ever talk to Andy. And it's hilarious because the internet has this misconception that like I'm bros with Andy and we always talk behind the scenes about games. We almost never talked at all.
You should come out of the closet, Phil.
I have
No,
endless folders here of me talking to PPP about all the stuff we did. I have a tiny folder of the few things I ever talked to Andy about.
Can we talk about your microphone setup too as well?
Who cares about my microphone setup? What are you talking about?
Because you've given me a lot of flack about this microphone setup, but this is actually technically the
Rich,
correct way. It ties
in
into
front of
everything
me, I have 8 months of private conversations with the casino, exposing them for their idiotic attitudes, the things that they said to insult people that will get them in hot water. We've got all kinds of. You want to talk about my microphone? You're for real right now.
Well, yeah, because it kind of ties into the like. I know you're being disingenuous, making it like this is a master plan, and you're even with small things. It's not about who gives a shit about the microphone, But the point is that you're disingenuous, Phil.
You are the master of bad timing and how to make things that are exciting incredibly fucking boring. Good God, man.
That's like me, right? That's like me.
Am I one of the biggest lol cows? Yes. Do I deserve it? Fuck no. But I can't change it. So I just move forward positively and enjoy my life.
Don't you understand?
How is it boring when I'm saying things like you?
Oh my God!
You
Dude,
said
aliens would be landing outside, and you would be talking about how your stove is malfunctioning. Like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Phil,
we are not here to talk about a microphone. You incredible buffoon! Could you stop for 5 seconds and
don't
just
get angry.
stop
I'm not angry.
wasting everyone's time so we can
Don't
actually
get
talk about the
angry.
subject matter?
I am not angry. You also talk. It's what I'm trying to tell you, Phil, is that you see why it's hard to believe you. You also just recently said you can't have another Castlevania marathon. There's
Rich.
only 4 classic Castlevania games.
Rich,
Is that true, Phil?
we have several topics to choose from.
All right, so you know what, Phil? Show me something, man. Show me. I want you to show me why you called Strangely Lex a slut too. When I show more skin, I show more skin than she does.
That's not in here because that just happened recently. We didn't even talk about that behind the scenes. We only talked about that on the show. So what you've seen there on Smart Guys,
there's
is what
nothing
you
to
get.
see.
There was nothing behind the scenes to talk about. So
that was just you being salty, but okay.
By the way, for the record, everyone's telling me to just dump you from the show because you've already derailed it so poorly, and they just want me to do this for myself. But I'm keeping you on here out of good faith. So, what would you like to do?
Phil, you have over 1,300 viewers right now. I'm not seeing, and the only one seeing is maybe because a couple people who want Ethan Ralph to come on, but no one's saying to dump me from the show. This is the most viewership. Like, you would need to do like 6 streams to get this much viewership.
Bravo. Bravo.
They're not here for you, though, Rich. They're not here for you. I hate to tell you.
So you get this much viewership every day?
No, it's because I'm doing what I'm doing right now. I mean, you being honest, I'm doing this as a service to you because I did use you as the way to get this entire arc started. So I felt like it would be a respectful thing to do to have you on the show while I go through this. But I mean, if you're not interested,
press 1 if you want me to stay. Press 2 if you want me to go.
So I mean, if you're not interested, if you just want to talk about mics and shit, we could do that on another show, but that would not be this one. Okay. So what would you like to do?
It's Phil. There's mostly 1s here, Phil. There's only a handful of 2s.
Okay. Are you going to pick a topic, or do I pick, or do I dump you from the show? Those are the 3 options. You pick, I pick, or you get dumped. What would you like to do?
You could pick a topic, and then I'll pick the next one. How about that? Let me ask you a question. Oh, no, here's a good one. You keep on saying, even recently, in a video you just made a few weeks ago, that I'm on drugs when I don't even take edibles anymore. I haven't for the past 5 months. Why do you keep saying that?
I do believe that you're off drugs. Right now, you seem pretty coherent and clear, so that's what PPP says. Okay?
Screen share that link that I sent you. I want you to explain it to me.
I'm not screen sharing any links. We're not doing any bullshit that you want to do. It's not your show.
Why is you not doing? It's not my show, but you brought me on.
All
so
right.
y-
So
I think, Phil, I think you thought this is going to be like some like battered wife. Like, yes, let's go. Like, I don't care about the. I really don't give a shit. I don't care about.
okay.
Reed's quit. That was an uncut gem right there. Holy shit, he got fucked. Yo, he got beat so bad. That was great.
So I guess we'll continue on. Let me go ahead and get rid of this. I tried, everyone. Really, I did. I tried to make it entertaining. That man is not entertaining in any way, shape, or form. I really wanted to give it an honest shake, but he's an idiot. Okay? Wow. I mean, he really did not want to play ball. He did not want to have any fun. That guy is a loser. That's sad, because I was trying. I mean, not that I want to be that guy's best friend or anything, but I mean, holy shit, dude. Like, that was pathetically bad. Like, why can't you just shut up and just ride what we're doing here and go with the idea? But what else can I say? I mean, that was awful.
Oh my god, he's drinking toxic toilet juice.
Hey, Phil, when was the last time you got to go on a vacation or a trip? I know this might be beyond your comfort zone, but Hulk Hogan has a bar in Tampa Bay called Hogan's Hangout. And for the Super Bowl this year, he's going to be at the bar with a bunch of other wrestler friends. I think I'm going to fly down for the event and rent a table. I want to offer you to pay for your flight and hotel if you want to come down for the weekend. We could drink and hang out, and you could film videos, and it would be a tax write-off. You know, I know it's crazy, but it's something fun that we could do. And maybe we could meet Hogan. Does that sound like a paid vacation for Phil and his family? Impressive if I was doing coke and putting on a good show? Wait, what? Did you hear what he just said? He just said, hey, if I am still doing coke, isn't that fine because I'm still putting on a good show? Oops. You probably shouldn't have said that. But, you know, then, of course, he did say, I will be fair here. But I'm not, so thanks, man. But, I mean, that's pretty crazy that he just said that. Oh, if I'm doing coke and I'm running a good show, it's fine anyway. Oh, but I'm not on coke, by the way. Like, pretty weird. No, I don't know. We got PPP offering to fly me out to Florida to go to Hogan's bar and have drinks with him. Kind of gay. Kind of weird. All we have is a business relationship. Why are you bringing this shit up? Why would you? It doesn't make sense. Then he tries to, like, backtrack and cover it up. I say, oh, I'll fly your wife out there, too. Like, no, we're not doing that, all right? And we got Worski coming out of here on Valentine's Day asking me why I've unfollowed him on X when I never followed him on X.
121, guys, we're 29 bucks away from hitting our goal, getting to 69, and continuing now with our goals hit and getting to our reward. So let's hit it.
So, Based Alpha Real did a $5 super chat asking all this stuff that's private. Even if that stuff was going on, I wouldn't tell you. But I've already told you it's all bullshit. Like, that's stuff that even if it was true, you shouldn't know. But it's all bullshit anyway. It's all made up. Or, like I said, half-truths and shit. It's nothing you have to worry about. Right? Like, my controller went flying. Now I gotta find it. But anyway, yeah. You shouldn't need to know about that or ask. Like, if the truth is, if I told you all personal shit like that, right? Anything personal, people would be like, oh, well, you're doing that to try to get sympathy or whatever. And, you know, you're right. Like there should always be a line, I feel, between the creator and the viewer, all right? It shouldn't be that 100% the creator just unloads and tells you everything about their private life because it leads to problems.
You're a hypocrite, and you're an asshole, and you're an evil person.
None of this drama content made any fucking sense to begin with. I think I've made my point. When I do drama content, I can't even hit my basic goal, but I can do it when I'm playing games, right? So I'm just done with this crap. And moving forward, you don't have to worry about it. It ain't gonna bother us anymore, you know. So I hope you understand that. And if you're not okay with that, if you were here for it all along, and you were hoping that more would come, you're in the wrong place. You know, sorry to disappoint you. All right. And
All that matters is more money. there's still this back here. And it's still in the back of my neck, the back of my head, the back of my mind, and it's always telling me it's WWE Champions time. I love it. I love it. Is a mobile game addict. Phil has indoctrinated children who send him money, blatantly milking for money. It's a money pit. It's gone, just gone like that. In an instant, fucking gone. I just care about money. I just can't help it. I eBay. Contributions are mandatory, but I need your help. I am appealing directly to you. No decency, no respect, no common sense, no fucking maturity. Is the guy who just doesn't get reality.